Part 2 of the Munnar SURYANELLI ride is here. Here we will be covering the second part of the previous video. We have reached Marayur, which is the gateway to Munnar if you are coming from Chinnar and Anamalai. To be honest, this is the best route to Munnar if you are coming from Bengaluru, as it is through the forest ranges of Chinnar and Anamalai. Right from leaving Bengaluru, reaching Krishnagiri and then Dharmapuri, Salem, Tirupur, it was very hot. But as soon as we reached the Chinnar range, it started to pour down heavily, and yes, this is summer, but we are enjoying the ride as though it is a monsoon ride. The weather is so contrasting because when we left Bengaluru it was cold, and then when reaching Krishnagiri it was hot, and then once we reached the Animalai range, reaching Chinnar, it started to pour down. But again, when we are leaving behind Marayur, there is totally no rain. As you can see, the road is fully dry and there is no sign of rain anywhere. The hill station of Munnar and its surrounding places are so beautiful, and it will always have a special space in my heart after Kodaikanal and Udagai, as this place is something filled with beauty in itself, and it gives us such warmth in our heart after visiting this place. The place where we are currently riding through is called as Marayur, which is a small town which is located approximately 42 kilometers from the center of Munnar. As we are riding closer to Munnar, I am able to recollect all the memories that I had when I traveled to Munnar 5 years back. We have booked a stay called as the Double Tree Stay, which is located in Suryanelli. Suryanelli is nothing but a resort settlement in the Chinnakannal village of the Idukki district, which is very famous for its Asian elephants. Suryanelli, which belongs to the Chinnakannal village, is around 40 kilometers from the center of Munnar, and we will need to ride through the famous Gap Road of Munnar if we have to reach here. This famous Gap Road is also called as Kochi-Dhanushkodi National Highway. There are many places to visit in Suryanelli. Chinnakannal waterfalls, Anai Irangal Dam and various other tea plantations gives us an ideal holiday spot away from the busy city life. I would suggest most of them to visit Suryanelli over Munnar because of the calmness of this place that it has to provide. Suryanelli is home to many endangered indigenous species like the Nilgiri thar, tigers, Asian elephants and the red squirrel. We have left the town of Marayur and we are slowly reaching Munnar. The surrounding tea plantations are the very indication that we are reaching the town of Munnar. My suggestion to all the fellow travelers will be to travel to these kind of beautiful places and to explore these beautiful places only during weekdays and not weekends, because weekends are always busy and it will be crowded and you will always miss out on those places that you might have explored if there was less crowd. This is the second time that I am visiting Munnar. The first time I had travelled in car, and this time it is on bike, and I always had a plan of coming to this beautiful hill station on bike. Munnar is famous during the Neela Kurunji bloom, which usually blooms once in every 12 years. Neela Kurunji is a purplish blue flower that blooms in the Shola forests of the western Ghats belonging to Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. We will have to wait for another 7 to 8 years to witness Munnar in full blue bloom with the Neelakurunji flower, because the last time there was a Neelakurunji bloom in Munnar was back in 2016 and 2017. So keeping the cycle of 12 years once bloom, we will have to wait until 2030 to witness the full bloom of Neelakurunji in the western Ghats of these Shola forests of Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. The reason for suggesting to travel to Munnar during weekdays was because the days when we traveled was during the long weekend of April and May, and it made sure that we did not explore most of Munnar because of the crowd. A bike and a western Ghats like Munnar gives us a perfect combination of what enjoyment can define. We left Bengaluru at around 5 am in the morning and had plan of reaching our stay by 2 pm or 3 pm in the evening. It is almost 3:30 pm in the evening and we have still not reached Munnar, thanks to the rain on the way and also to all the traffic that we had encountered during the ride from Krishnagiri to Salem. Every time we plan for some ride to the hill station, it will be somewhere in the western Ghats, and it is always because of the fresh breeze that we can feel on our face when riding through these beautiful hill stations. As you can see, there are tea plantations everywhere. It is a sign that we are almost reaching the town of Munnar. From here, another 27 kilometers to reach our stay in SURYANELLI. We have officially entered and exited Munnar onto the Gap Road. Yes, the famous Gap Road, also called as the Kochi Dhanushkodi National Highway. The roads are much wider, and yes, it gives us a very good riding experience on these roads with this particular surroundings of this particular hill station. As we keep riding through the famous Gap Road, it started to drizzle again and it started to rain again, which again adds on to the beauty of this place and this ride. Our expected time of arrival when starting the ride from Bengaluru was at around 3 pm in the afternoon, but it is almost 5 pm in the evening and still we are on the Gap Road around 26 kilometers away from our stay, and with no clear picture of when we are going to arrive at our destination. But as we are riding on this particular Gap Road, which is very beautiful and it is giving us such good riding experience, we have no complaints because we were enjoying each bit of the ride on this particular Gap Road. The Gap Road starts at Munnar and it ends at Bodimeda, where the hill descends. So from Munnar to Bodimeda is such a beautiful ride experience, and I would suggest everyone to please try this road at least once. As previously said, please travel on weekdays and avoid weekends because of the rush. Due to the fact that we could not cover most of the tourist locations near Munnar, such as the top station and Battavada, I had already decided that I will travel back to Munnar, at least to again ride on these Gap roads sometime later and again create such memories here. Until next time from another location, this is Indian Travelholic signing off. Keep exploring.